Hey guys, this is Staff Sergeant Rachel Simonis, your host for today's episode of Beyond the Horizon, a podcast produced by the Ohio Air National Guard's 178th Wing. On today's episode, we have the first ever female commander of the 178th with us. Colonel Kimberly Fitzgerald is here, and she's going to talk about this historic moment for the wing and her take on leadership and her military career and experiences overall. So we've got a couple questions for you here today. And the first one's going to be, can you describe what made you initially want to even join the military and how that decision led to where you are today?
Sure. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to answer your questions. I initially joined the military because I was broke and in college. I ran out of money and was tired of eating ramen noodles. I so desperately wanted to finish my college degree, and I didn't have a path to get there. I had a friend who was serving in the military, in the Guard, and he sort of talked me into it and said this was a great opportunity, and I was kind of intrigued by what he did on the weekends. So he piqued my interest, and the resources are what really sold me.
So you started out enlisted then, correct?
I did.
And you have experience as a KC-135 pilot. You've dealt with the RPA world. How did just signing up for college benefits transform into this career as a pilot?
It's crazy because once I finished my college degree, I thought I was going to be an accountant forever, wear three-piece suits and analyze financial statements for the rest of my career. But I had a supervisor who sort of pushed me into taking the AFOQT, saying I'd be a great officer. And again, I was intrigued by the officers that I was serving under, so I took the test. And then I just happened to meet some people that encouraged me to apply to be a navigator. And so I interviewed to be a navigator in KC-135, and it was probably the best interview of my life. And after that, it's sort of the rest just snowballed. I was a navigator in a KC-135, and I really started loving the culture and what we were doing. And then I got the opportunity to go to pilot training. So I went to pilot training and became a pilot in a KC-135, eventually upgraded to aircraft commander. And then I got married and had a child, and I was tired of traveling around the world. So we transitioned to RPAs so that we could stay home and still be in the fight. That's sort of how I got here.
I love that. You got the family balance and a great career.
Yeah.
All right. So you talked about why you joined the military and kind of your path to becoming a pilot. Just tell us, I guess, a little bit more. Other than that stuff, what were some of your military experiences throughout your career, and, how those things kind of shaped who you are now?
I would definitely say that all my experiences are very diverse, and I think that has led me to where I am. I've not been afraid of trying new things and going new places. I'm definitely the non-traditional Guards member in that I've been in 4 different states. Most people join and they never leave home, or they join the Guards so they don't have to leave home. And I've kind of gone all over. And it's been exciting and fun. And I've tried different careers, tried different airframes. And I think that all of those experiences have just given me a really broad view of things so that it's helped me to succeed and do well here.
And do you think your background as an enlisted member kind of helps give you that unique perspective as well?
Well, I would hope that it does. It really was a long time ago now, so it was 20 years ago, back when the LRS was called Supply instead of the LRS. I would say that definitely the reasons that I joined and how I started, most people can relate to, because I'm just like everybody else. I came here for help and I wanted to serve, and so definitely I think it helps me relate for sure.
All right, so we talked a little bit about that. Your previous role before you assumed command was the Wing Vice Commander. And what are some of your standout achievements during that time that you're really proud of?
I'm just happy I didn't get fired. So it's funny because looking back at the previous vice wing commanders, we have a wide variety. We can have a part-time vice wing commander, or a full-time vice wing commander that, it just depends on your wing commander what they ask you to do. But Colonel Hesterman was so great to work for. He included me in everything, so I got to help, build the strategy for where this wing is going and how we're operating on a day-to-day basis. And honestly, it was very, very overwhelming, but I learned so much from both him and Chief Bunker. So, like I said, I am happy that I didn't get fired, and I'm happy that it has led to an opportunity for me to lead too.
So, kind of leading from that, what are your goals now as you move into that commander role?
Ooh, that's a tough one, right? Yeah. I definitely want to continue on focusing on development, both for our mission sets and for our people. I think that Colonel Hesterman and Chief Bunker have really pivoted the wing towards personal and professional development, and I think we definitely need to continue down that road. I'd really like to see us create like a Sabre University thing here, and it's very institutionalized. Like when you're a NCO or a CGO, you get to go to a couple of courses that we do a few times a year that really teach you about management and get you ready to lead and supervise. So I definitely want to get that done while I'm here. And I think that our DomOps capabilities need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, we need to tell the communities more about what we have to offer and really get out and sell our capabilities, because they're all anxious. Everyone we talk to is really anxious to call us and use our capabilities, but they're unaware of what we do. So I definitely want to focus more on DomOps.
And we've got plenty to offer.
We do.
From Swiftwater to search and rescue.
Yeah, we do.
So that's kind of your viewpoint of being a commander. How does it feel to be the wing's first female commander?
Well, I'm honored to represent, but I'm also sad that I'm the first one. Like, it should have happened a long time ago, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm excited that all of the women that are in this wing can see that they have a path. I mean, I started as an airman, and here I am. I'm the wing commander, and we have a female command chief. So I hope that our airmen in this wing, whether they're officer or enlisted, see that they have a path. So I'm very happy to represent.
So kind of going off that, what would you tell, girls in high school or other young women that might not be sure of themselves or their career paths? What would you tell them about joining the military?
I would say don't be afraid. This is a great family experience, and your limitations are only from what you impose upon yourself. The military no longer says, women can't do. You can only say you can't do. So come here, be part of serving your country, take advantage of all the great opportunities that this service has to offer, and then, bring your A game. There's nothing stopping you from doing all the things that the men do here in the military.
And so, that might be for people just interested, but what would you tell the airmen that you're planning to lead? What advice do you have for them to grow into successful leaders?
I would say for people to be successful, whether you're a man or a woman, young lady or young man, I feel like an old person here, but I would say that you just need to model accountability and work hard and always give 110%. I think that's what I've always done. I've always been open to change. I'm willing to try something new, and I always give 110%. Like, I'm never going to offer my boss or my coworkers or even myself halfway. I'm always going to do my very best. So I think in order to succeed, and the people who succeed the most are the people that do that. Don't do anything halfway.
I love that. So you're going to take on this role as a commander. What do you see yourself doing after that? What are your future goals?
I'm going to have a really big garden. I actually, I intend to retire. My husband retired last year, and I intend to retire sometime in the next 5 years. And, you know, people talk about your short-term goals and your long-term goals. And my short-term goal really is to have an impact on the morale here and on people here and on the mission here. But long term, I'm at the point in my life when I'm turning towards, my personal goals and my focusing on my family and my faith. I literally am going to have a very large garden and I'm going to volunteer a lot at my church. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I love that. I think being the first female commander is not a bad gig to end on.
I think that you are right.
All right. Thank you for being here with us. Is there anything that you would want to add that you want to get out there?
I would just like to say I am super excited about this opportunity, and I'm so excited to represent this wing because we have so many people here doing amazing things, and our mission is so exciting, and I'm excited to be, represent the 178th.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
And that's a wrap. Thank you guys for listening to today's episode of Beyond the Horizon. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a rate and review. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be discussing the RPA mission set with a pilot and sensor operator. If you're looking for more ways to connect with the 178th Wing, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Feel free to shoot us an email at beyondthehorizonpodcast@gmail.com with any questions you have for us or even some shared military experiences of your own. We look forward to connecting.